Hello everyone, I'm Jennifer Singh, and today we will be looking at management of natural resources. So, forests provide a diversity of ecosystem services, including converting carbon dioxide into oxygen and biomass, acting as a carbon sink, aiding in the regulation of climate, purifying water, migrating natural hazards such as floods, and serving as a genetic reserve. So, destruction of forests is disastrous to the ecological environment and to mankind. The loss of biodiversity can lead to ecological imbalance and therefore is a problem that must be dealt with immediately. So, what are natural resources? Natural resources can be defined as the resources that exist on the planet independent of human actions. These are the resources that are found in the environment and are developed without the intervention of humans. Some of the common examples are natural resources include air, sunlight, water, soil, stone, plants, animals, and fossil fuels. So there are two types of natural resources, that is inexhaustible and exhaustible. So on what basis are they divided? They are divided on the basis of abundance and availability. Inexhaustible resources. These are renewable or replenishable resources. These resources have the ability to renew them in a given period of time and are infinite. Example, sunlight, water, clay, and many more. Now, exhaustible resources. These resources are non-renewed once exhausted. They are non-replenishable resources and are finite. Some of the common examples are iron, coal, petroleum, and many more. Why is management of natural resources important? Resources on Earth are very limited. The population of Earth is increasing at a tremendous rate. So, demand of resources are also increasing. Proper management of resources ensures we fulfill the need of current generation as well as future generation. Proper management of resources will also take into the long term perspective so that the resources will last for generations to come. It will ensure that the resources are not exploited for short term profit. Proper management of resources will ensure equitable distribution for all. It means that everybody benefits from the development of these resources, not just the rich and powerful. Proper management of these resources will make sure that the damage to the environment while exploiting these resources is kept to a minimum. For example, mining causes slag for every ton of metal extracted. So, we should ensure there is safe disposal of these waste as well. Conservation of forests. Forests cover a third of all land on the earth, providing vital organic infrastructure for some of the planet's densest, most diverse collection of life. Number and range of species present inside forests contributes to its stability. Conservation of forests and wildlife is necessary to protect the biodiversity. This is important because the loss of biodiversity leads to ecological imbalance, but any conservation effort for forests and wildlife must keep the interest of all stakeholders in mind. Conservation of wildlife. Why is it necessary to save our wildlife? After all, they are just animals and plants, right? No. Wildlife is very important and a vital aspect of our ecosystem. There are some few reasons stating the importance of wildlife conservation that are the important for their medical value. Not only that, they help us to keep the maintenance in the ecological balance, economically important, and they helps us to preserve biodiversity. Microorganisms in wildlife take part in nitrogen fixation, thus bringing about an increase in the level of soil fertility. Who are stakeholders? A stakeholder is a person with an interest in a particular business. Everyone uses forest resources in one form or the other. The stakeholder of forest resources include: first, people who live around the forest areas and depend upon the forest resources for sustenance. Second, the government forest department, which owns the foreign land. Third, the industrialists who use forest products for various industrial purposes. Fourth, the enthusiast for the conservation of wildlife and nature. So, sustainable development. Sustainable management or development needs all stakeholders of forest resources to be satisfied. In reality, industries use forests at rates far below the market rates, which causes conflict between the local dwellers and the industrialists. The Chipko movement or Andolan is a hug the trees movement in such case of conflict between the industrialists and the local dwellers in the 1970s. It was originated in Raini Gargha, high up in the Himalayas. It was the conflict between the local villagers and the logging contractor. So, to stop the contractors to cut the trees, women of the villagers stopped the mm, contractors by hugging the trees. This movement now quickly gained popularity and media attention and forced the government to rethink the management of forest resources. So that's it for part one. We will continue our topic management of natural resources in part two. Thank you.